Happy Monday. I hope you all had a fabulous spring break. I know we had fun here at home and getting outside, so hopefully you did too. And since it's Monday, we're going to start a new craft, and I thought we would do some leaf art. So we're going to get outside, gather some materials, and make something that's pretty cool in the end. So let me go ahead and tell you what you need to make this leaf art. You are going to need to gather some leaves, and we're going to make about four. We're going to do 4 leaves. And let me show you what it looks like in the end, so it kind of makes sense as we're going through it. So, like I said, it's just kind of a leaf art. We're hanging some leaves on this branch that we found, and we added some yarn just for color. It's something beautiful that you can hang up in your house or in your room. I think your parents might like it, so hopefully you give it a try. So that's why we need leaves. And I actually gathered a bunch of magnolia leaves just because they're sturdy, they're more sturdy, they don't break as easily or crumble. So you're gonna wanna gather probably about 4 or 5 leaves. You're gonna need to grab a branch. So we have some branches here, just kind of like a stick, a little, you'll find it in the yard somewhere, just a sturdy stick that we can use. And then you're gonna need some thread. I actually have a light colored thread here. If you don't have thread, you can use floss, you can use fishing line, really any type of string that you might have. I like the thread because it's not as bulky and you can't really see it, so the leaves end up looking like they're just hanging there. So you're gonna need that, you're gonna need some scissors, and then you're gonna need some yarn if you wanna put yarn on your stick. It's optional. A lot of this you can kind of do with it what you want, which is gonna make everyone's a little bit different, and I love that. So, your first step after you have your leaves and your stick and your materials is going to be to grab your stick. I've got Isabella and Aubrey here with me helping today, so I'm gonna kind of move this out of the way. And you have your stick here, and you're just gonna cut some yarn off of your spool of yarn here, and we're gonna wrap it around our stick. Just different colors, different spots. As you can see on my first one here, I did 3 different sections of yarn. Again, just to make it a little bit more colorful and unique. Definitely don't have to do this part if you just want, a natural branch, you can do that too. So we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna do some different sections and wrap our yarn around our stick. All right, friends, so now that we've tied our yarn on, if you chose to do that, again, you can kind of just see we did 3 little sections. Isabella here just did a solid yarn color, really whatever you want to do. Now we're going to tie our leaves onto our stick. And again, like I said before, we used magnolia leaves because they're bigger, they're thicker, but you can go out and find different types and sizes and colors of leaves, anything you want. Isabella actually decided to paint some of her leaves, so by all means, before we tie them on, if you want to take some paint and paint your leaves different colors, maybe some patterns, go for it. I would love to see, if you choose to do this craft, what you come up with. So now that we have our yarn on our stick, we're going to grab whatever type of thread you're going to use, or floss if you need to, whatever string you have, and we're just going to start tying our leaves on. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take some of your string, and however long you want the first leaf to hang, you're just going to cut it off. And this is pretty simple. All you need to do is grab a leaf, and you're gonna wanna make sure your leaves that you collect have a little bit of a stem, because that's where we're gonna tie our string onto. So you're just gonna tie it on one end, and then you're gonna tie the other end of your string onto your stick. And really it just depends how long you want it to hang as to where you tie it. And then you cut off the extra that's hanging on the top. So we're gonna do that right now, and we're gonna do that with 4 leaves. And you can do more, you can do less, but so at this point I'm just gonna tie it on one end, tie the other end on my stick, and then we'll go to the next step from there. All All right, friends, so now what we've just done is tied all of our leaves on, and I want to give you a couple tips. First of all, you need to try to be a little bit patient with yourself. When you're working with small thread like that, it can get frustrating to try to tie it on and it might slip off. So just take your time, there's no rush. Also, you're gonna wanna double knot it on the stem of the leaf and then on the stick as well. That way it doesn't slip right off when you pick it up. So at this point, we now have 4 of our leaves tied on. You can see Isabella's here with the paint. A little bit of her paint is chipping off, which is okay. It's gonna happen. You're painting a leaf. It makes it a little bit more cool, I think, too. So this is what they look like at this point. And what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna take some of your string or your thread. We're gonna cut some off, like a long strand, and then we're gonna tie it at one end, and then we're gonna tie it at the other end to make a handle. Let me show you this one I did earlier. Just to make a little handle, something that you can hang it up on the wall with, or hang it from a chandelier if your parents let you, however you want to do it. So we're gonna make the handle and then we'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. All right, friends, so now we've tied the string to make our handle. And a bit of advice on that one too is the more string you pull out, the taller your hook is gonna be and the lower it's gonna hang. So if you want it to hang just a little bit off the wall, just use a smaller strand, but you can kind of play around with it and get the right length you want. So now, that's pretty much it. I think they are beautiful. We are definitely gonna be hanging ours up at our house. But this is it. This is our leaf art that we've made. I hope you try it. If you try it, please send us pictures. We would love to see your work. And I will see you next time. Bye, friends.